Right, so I have recently decided to deactivate my Grindr account.
Did you actually deactivate, or did you like just
Yes,
delete the app?
no, full on, like, you know the bit where it like says type in delete in capital letters?
And like tell us why.
Yeah, I put I can't be asked.
Because you have to put like 20 characters or something like that.
I definitely just put I can't be asked, I'm pretty sure. Or I can't,
And
or
then
like,
space,
or like
space,
I
space,
can't
space.
be asked with it.
Yeah.
I can't be asked with the men on it or something like that.
Well, what is the actual reason?
It's just long. Like, it's just long. And I feel like I find myself gravitating towards it when I'm not even that interested.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a way to ease my boredom, and there are much more productive ways that I can.
Would you say that you use the app for what it's for though?
Yeah. Not the full extent. I'm not that bad.
Yeah, but like
I
basically don't use the app like for anything.
do you know what? More than anything, it's probably for attention. It gives me the validation I need when I'm feeling.
This is the problem with our community.
It gives me the validation I need when I'm feeling insecure.
And do you get that from like, would you say like normal people, or are they like weirdos on there?
Yeah, so many ways. Like,
like you need to like. Well, you obviously deleted it now, but
you've still got it.
I do still have the app, but I don't really use it.
Why do you have it then?
Because I'm nosy and I like to see like what's around me. And also it's quite funny, like, because I live in a house full of gays, like you can see like all of us in a little row.
What if the guy who you like fancied the most appeared and messaged you? Like your dream.
My dream man.
Yeah. Surely
I'd probably like reply, but I'd be like, we're not talking on this app.
Okay.
Yeah. Because one, I don't want to have to keep opening the app and get notifications.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to burp them.
It's okay.
And two, like, it should, like, I don't know, like, I don't really want to find a man through Grindr.
Do you know
that's not what it's for, right?
You'd be surprised. I know a few people that have got relationships from it.
But
not many, but I know a few.
Yeah, but imagine like family barbecue. How did you meet each other?
I have two friends that met on Tinder, and they always say that they met. I don't know where they say they met, but they don't say Tinder.
Yeah.
Must be hard to keep up the lie though.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, like, well, you'd ask for a backstory and it'd be like, you'd have to collaborate together.
Yeah.
On how to stay there.
So there's no chance of you finding your husband on Grindr?
No. Maybe Hinge.
Do you know what I've heard? So I like Hinge. I haven't got any apps anymore. I've deleted them all because I really love the
What's
idea.
your favourite out of like all of them?
Hinge.
Okay.
Would you say
yeah,
Hinge
I'd
as
say
well?
Hinge as well.
I feel like it's very good at like finding compatibility compared to the others.
I think like every other day it goes, you've got a new compatible person. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, they actually are.
And you've got similar things in common, whereas like...
You know, I've got a problem though. Recently, all of the people on mine are really short, like the compatible people. And I don't know why that is. Like, do you think that's because I've like swiped?
For all the tall guys, maybe. How tall are you?
I'm 5'11". And like I'm getting people that are like 5'7". And it's not a problem, but it's like really interesting.
I mean, it must be a problem if you mentioned it.
No, but I've just noticed that like every time it comes up with a compatible person, it's like 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", and it's like maybe like that's what I'm like.
Can you put a preference for height?
I don't think so. I don't think you could put a preference for anything.
Okay, I haven't had it for a long time, so I wouldn't.
Maybe I'm not using it properly, but
maybe.
Yeah.
But no, I just feel like, I don't know, like it's just taking up too much of my time. Grindr. And I feel, yeah, for sure, 100%. And I feel like it's also like, I don't know, like it's trying to give me validation or like it, no, I mean it is, but short term. And there's just so many creeps on there. Like, I don't know about you, but I find it like really weird and like low-key embarrassing explaining it to my friends.
Like straight friends.
Just any friends, to be fair. Like, how do you explain to someone, oh, I've got an app, right? You don't match with people. It's just on like distance.
Location. And
some of them don't even have like profile pictures.
And they just say like, I want to fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of wild.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you react?
Because I like when I try to explain to like straight people, they're like, wait, so like it's kind of like that app where you like cross places and then it says like you've crossed places and maybe you like
Pokemon Go?
I don't know what it's called. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, no. Like I go on there right now and it's like this person's 5 meters away from me.
5 meters is too close for me. That's terrifying.
I think it's quite funny though. Because I'm like, oh.
Do you ever use it when you're like in a club?
I never get service in the club.
Yeah.
But like when I leave the club, I always look, just because I'm like, it'll be interesting to see if there's like people that I see. And obviously I go to like loads of gay clubs.
Yeah.
Like I don't go to straight clubs anymore. Period. But yeah.
So why have you still got it then if you
now you're making me think. I don't know, I feel like because I'm single, it's just a done thing.
Yeah.
But I don't need it.
What's like
it's not I don't open it every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like most people open it every day. And
have you opened it today?
No. Should I open it now? No, joking.
There's a few in here. What's like your perfect way of meeting someone?
Everyone that I've met that I've been like dating or like in a relationship with has been like through an app, like a Tinder or a Hinge or like on an Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I think I do like it that way because I can get to know them before I meet them and like make my decision before.
I feel like a lot of people are very they really shit on the idea of meeting apps. But I think they're not for me. But I think.
But how would you want to meet someone? Like
at a gig.
Really?
Yeah, at a gig.
Would you not be like drunk and stuff?
That's cute. I'll go with that.
Yeah, but then like the next day you're like, well, this happens to me often. Like, I'll meet someone in a club. And then I'll go back like the next day to look at them on like their Instagram or something, and I'm like,
yeah, but if I feel that way, then I just won't pursue anything.
Yeah, but it's just like a letdown. Whereas like you've got the anticipation of like when you meet someone on an app, it's like it's building. And
I get that, but I like the idea of like meeting someone like at a club and then not at a club, sorry, at a gig and being like, oh, that's really cute. Like,
oh, like to say to the family barbecue.
We were singing into each other's eyes.
Thank you.
And when like Beyonce said "bow down, bitches,"
not that song.
Our arms collided.
What about like I don't know, a different one like "Love on Top"? I don't know. Where's my drink? Okay. Oh, thank you. Not "Love on Top." No, not.
I feel like just the idea of a gig in general just makes me happy. To be honest, I'll take what I can get. But no, literally, like I feel like for a lot of like young queer people who haven't really established themselves, they go to like Grindr as like their like end all, like what's the saying? End all
or be all.
Thank you, end all be all. Their alternative because they don't really know what else to work with. And if you're in like us, if you're from areas where there's not that many people like us around, it makes it extremely difficult to find people.
Do you not think it's quite dangerous though? Like
extremely
as like a sort of
extremely
gateway. I think it's a gateway which is quite dangerous.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people on Grindr when they first get it, they're underage as well. And then they'll get like the attention from the 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds. And
they're the type of guys who wouldn't even question what their age is, which is just as bad as the people who would.
I remember people would be like, how old are you? And I'd be like 18. They'd be like, oh, young, that's what I like. And that's like, what does that mean?
I remember someone I was talking to earlier in the year. He is 30, 31. Mm-hmm. And he actually, like, with no like hesitation or any embarrassment at all, he actually told me that he was sleeping with a 17-year-old.
Oh my God.
And I was like, how can you say that? Like, no hesitation, no embarrassment.
Why would you even say
no resistance?
Why would you do it for one? But like,
yeah, I don't know.
Prison.
It's giving illegal. Grindr is literally like a Dyson. Like it sucks you in. Like I feel like a lot of people don't want to be a part of it, but it's almost like, well, what else do I turn to? What else do I have?
I think the app's quite addictive in the way that it works. In that, like, if you don't open the app, like I haven't opened the app for a couple of days, and so like you won't get notifications.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you open it, you'll get like 10 notifications, and then you want to open that again to see what the notifications are.
Yeah.
And then it keeps going and keeps going, and that's why it's like addictive, which is. Shit.
It's a very clever
algorithm.
Thank you.
Is that even the right word?
I don't think so, but I can't think of what else to say.
You know what I meant.
Have you got a type?
No, I don't have a type.
Really?
Not at all. I don't think so. I think like my type is nice guys.
Right.
Like a bit too nice, probably.
Like wet sacks and simps.
No, not simps, but like I just want you to be really nice to me. Yeah, and that's because like
smothered in affection, nice.
No. Just like doesn't say too much.
Okay.
Can't argue with me too much.
You want a bitch?
No, but you know what I mean. Like I don't want to have ag in my relationship if I have one.
A bit of drama's fun though.
A little bit of drama.
Do you not agree?
But I think, like, not in the first 6 months at least, anyway.
Yeah.
Like, maybe in the first 6 months, like, we can see what we disagree on, and then we can start arguing a little bit, but, like, not too much.
But I do find, though, like, when couples are too happy, it's a bit too much.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? You know, when you have those couples that are really lovey-dovey, and I'm thinking either something's going really wrong and we just don't know about it, or, like, you're just going for, like, a massive, like, fucking disaster.
But that, like,
pending.
Majority of the time, that is the problem.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Like, people that are, like, in the most happy relationships, like, the ones that you see on Instagram, there's always, like, something going on behind yours.
Yeah.
Would I ever do what?
Like an open relationship?
I don't think so. I feel like it's just too much to think about.
I was dating someone who's recently just got out of one, but it was him and another couple. So there was an established couple prior who then got with him, and but like when he told me, I thought, mate, they're just using you for boredom.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
One of my friends this week got into an open relationship.
Whereas if it's like 3 single people colliding, it's a bit different.
It's a little bit different.
But if it's actually a couple and like one person,
but I think the majority of the time it is a couple that then joins onto one other person.
Yeah.
I don't understand, how do you find 3 people in one go?
And how do you make that conversation? How do you initiate it? I've seen it on a few apps before on Tinder, but they'll be like, 2 of us. Or in
yeah,
Grindr
but then it's
even,
2 people looking for one. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay, you mean 3 individuals?
Yeah, like how do 3 individuals find each other in one place at the same time, being like, let's all do this together?
I can't even get 1, to be honest, let alone 2.
Me neither. Me neither. But I don't know. All for them, I don't know.
So is there anything in particular that, like, have you got like any like essentials which you like?
Like physically?
No, I don't really go by physically. I just mean like,
I think you've got to be like a little bit clever, but I don't like someone to be like too clever because it would just be like a bit boring.
Yeah, I went to uni in Oxford, I understand.
And then just like, I think you've got to be the funny one. I don't think I'm that funny.
Yeah, you are funny.
I don't think I am. Like, not like, if I went on a date with someone, I don't think I'd be the funny one. And you just got to be really nice to me. Like, I don't like the BS.
Do you want to be like smothered in like affection?
Not smothered, but like
just enough.
Show that you care.
Enough for reassurance.
I don't want to go on a date and be like, does he even like me?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So.
And I feel like a lot of guys are really into it where they like to keep people second guessing.
I hate that. If I'm second guessing, I'm out.
Literally, boy, bye. Same. Literally, same.
It's a waste of my time, probably my money as well, because we're having to go on dates. And I know that you're not paying, so.
Do you not go halves?
Yeah, I do halves, but like half is enough.
Yeah.
Like half's too much even.
Really? Mm-hmm.
Like in fucking London, £20 for 2 drinks. Or even more.
This is why I stay at home.
I'm gonna have to stay at home.
Right. He's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't have a driver's license. London boys will leave you out.
Yeah, let's leave the London boys out. 4. I can drive, and like the
same.
But then it depends. Like if you live around the corner, then
you've had a skin fade. You've moistured from head to toe.
Yeah.
You've got your finest
shirt
on, right?
Mm.
Everything's shaved in the right place, right? You're ready to hit the town. You ring up your man and you say, "Oh, yo, what's good, mate?
Mm-hmm.
Where we going? What are you saying?" He goes, "Oh,
I would never say that though."
Okay, that's what I would say. My man goes, "Oh, yo, I'm on this end of town. You're on this end of town.
Mm.
Let me send you the bus times."
3. 3. I'm on 3 now.
Like, okay, do you know what? If you're
wait, can you drive?
I can drive, yeah. Yeah, it'd be hypocritical.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Can't bash about it. And then, if you're under 20, I'll let you off.
No,
driving's expensive.
Under 19. Okay. Under 19.
If you live in London and you're under 19, I will let you off.
If you live in London, it doesn't really matter too much to me.
Unless you're like in East and I'm in West.
I just don't like the idea of driving in London though. Or like being in a car in London.
Have you driven to London before?
I've driven in London. When I moved to London, I had to pick up my friend on the other side of London. Drove through like Central, I guess. It was hell.
Yeah, see, I haven't driven in London too fast, so I can't even lie.
People on bikes like asking for death. Like that's what they're asking for. Like it's crazy.
So 3 out of 10? Or 4 out of 10?
Yeah, 3.
Okay. Someone asked me, so I thought I'd put it in. Shout out. How are you finding living in London?
I love it. Like, it's exciting, but at the same time, it's like nothing's really changed. Like, I'm just living in a different place.
I feel like for us though, because we're from like quite like white, like heteronormative places, it's such a nice transition though, isn't it?
It is. And like, I think the best thing about London is actually just that everyone minds their own business.
Yeah.
Like, you walk in the street.
I like how quick everyone is.
Everyone's like
pushes you out the way.
Oh my God, on the way to work, like everyone's like running. And like chaos everywhere, but like I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it.
I can't, do you know, I can't wait to live here, one, but also I just can't hack how expensive it is.
Yeah, that's the downside.
Like, people go on about it, but I don't think you really get it until you spend a lot of time in London.
It's like you live 2 days here and then you look at your bank statement and it's like you're £100 down just from like going from one place to another.
We went out in Soho. We weren't even there for like, I wouldn't even say 3 hours, would you? No.
So expensive.
And we're there in the Uber back. I'm like, why have we both spent like £100 each?
And you're Ubering as well.
Well, yeah, my man lives at the other end of London. There's no.
And how much was that?
Like 60. Really? Why do I mean, it's £20 each is still a lot, isn't it? Thing is, right, you leave your house, £10. You get the tube so expensive. You get the tube, £10. You go out for like a date, £40, right? You go out clubbing, £60.
Not if you bring a hip flask.
I need to take out.
Yeah, you need a hip flask.
You need to pick up your traits.
You need a hip flask which is like plastic, which can fold, and you can just like put it in here.
I'm gonna tag Heaven into this.
Hey, I'm not getting there anyway, so well, might be, but yeah, that's what you need, a hip flask.
I'll tell you a story about Heaven actually. It was actually with you, Sam, if you can remember. I mean, of course you can remember. You were there.
Heaven nightclub.
Oh,
Yeah. So right. Set the scene. April 2022? Yeah.
This year.
Right.
This year, yeah.
Okay, set the scene. Heaven Nightclub, London 2022.
You're in the queue.
I'm in the queue.
The long queue.
I'm actually gassed as well because I've never been. So I'm there in the queue. It's just me and my boy, just the two of us, because we wanted to go for ages, but it's just finding the time, innit?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the queue. We get to the front of the queue and Security, yeah, let's go with that. She goes, "Oh, are you a member?" I said, "No." She goes,
"There's no membership for Heaven, guys. If they say that to you." Oh.
She goes, "Are you a regular?" I said, "No." She goes, "Tonight is only regulars and members. We can't let you in." And I thought, I don't think we even reacted, to be honest. I think we were just confused more than anything else.
Like, oh, okay.
So I was just like, right, okay, well, we can't really argue with you, can we? And then the following day when I was going home, I bumped into someone who's friends with, and I was telling him about it. And he was like, well, what were you wearing? And I was like, I guess kind of like this maybe. And he was like, yeah, you look too straight. I thought, how fucking backwards is that?
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's not even just you. Like, if you're with more than one person that looks straight, they're like, no. If you go as like a group of girls, you're not getting in. If you go as like 2 men that don't look like gay, you're not getting in. Like,
so crazy. Like, is it because people used to get attacked there or something? Has something happened for them to be so strict? Because I think, to be honest with you, I think it's really like, I'm all about keeping the queer community safe.
I think there is a racial element to it. Like, I've heard stories of people being like, I want a group of black people.
Well, yeah, I sent you a TikTok on it the other day, didn't I? I'm pretty sure.
I've probably not seen it, you know.
You just replied to it.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like a month ago though.
Maybe. My like concept of time is like very
I think I remember it actually, yeah. I think that like, if you go as a group of black people, like, keep your fingers crossed. So I've heard stories of people not getting in. If you go as like a group of girls, a group of boys that aren't like femme, then cross your fingers.
But like, I just feel that's really backwards. Like, I'm all for keeping, and Jimmy, I'm all for keeping like the LGBTQ safe. Yeah. But I just think, I don't think it's fair that I don't dress the way in which you expect what a queer or gay person to look like. And therefore,
how do you say this is a person that's queer, this is not? And
therefore that means that I don't get into heaven. Do you mean it doesn't make sense to me? And I don't think I should have to dress a bit, because this is how I dress. I don't think I should have to like portray myself in a certain way to granted access.
Yeah. That's so true. I think that like management needs to have like, I think about
a transition.
Yeah.
New management.
Yeah. A transition of some sort. I just think that also like in the past few years that I've been to heaven, it's changed massively anyway. Like it's so much more like mainstream, and that's probably why they're trying to like gatekeep who goes in. But at the same time, like you can't do that. Like it's meant to be a space for everyone.
And do you think, because obviously the guards, they're probably just taking commands from who's higher up?
Yeah, but every time I've gone there, it's been pretty much the same people.
Right.
And so like...
That sucks if you keep on getting rejected then, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But it's interesting because I went 2 weekends in a row, and the guy didn't ID me the second weekend because he was like, oh, you were here last week. But like, anyway, I don't really care. Heaven's like not even that good. It's not. And like, I know that like, it's sort of like another like gateway thing for like the gay community, but like, there's so many other spaces you can go to. So, yeah.
So, like, I think what's been trending for like the last few weeks, which seems to be very popular, is the Jeffrey. I always say his name wrong. Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Have you watched it?
I've watched like 4 episodes, I think. I don't think I'll be watching any more.
Okay, so spoiler: if anyone is going to watch it and hasn't already, skip forward.
And like trigger warning as well.
And yes, sorry, trigger warning. What did you think?
I'm just not really shocked by a lot. But like I know
you're a sociopath.
No, but I feel like I've seen so much like I understand like the world is so fucked. So like in context, it kind of makes sense that this happened.
Yeah.
Even though it's like so fucked up.
Yeah.
I think that it's really sad, and also like I understand that the families of like the victims. Should we explain like what the thing is?
I feel like if any. I mean, yeah. Do you want to explain it?
Yeah, I'll explain it. Basically, like, there's this guy, and he's this white guy, and I think he's gay. Is he gay?
He is gay.
Yeah, he kills.
Was sorry.
I think he murders 17
victims.
17 victims. I think most of them are people of color, most of them black.
Yeah.
And gay, or queer in some sort of capacity.
Yeah.
And I've not watched the whole thing, but like, I think he murders them. Well, drugs them, murders them.
Yeah, so basically what he does is he'll meet, more than not, he met most of them at like clubs.
Yes.
And then he would like bring them back to his flat, would drug them, and then
kill them,
and then have sex with their bodies.
And then eat them.
Yeah, eat like heart or like organs or something, and then like store their like put their bodies in like trigger warning, put in like acid and all that. It's
acid. I didn't see that part. No, I saw an interview of his, like the real him, and he was like, apparently he ate their bodies because like he felt more connected to them. And I was like,
I think he's got like a real, from what I've gathered, he's got like a real like a
fetish for flesh.
Yeah, and like an obsession with control.
Oh, really?
But it's really, for me, I think for a lot of people, what is quite not traumatizing, but a bit too much, is that he purposely relocated to an area which is predominantly black.
I didn't know that.
So the area he lives in is a very black area. Right. Coincidence? I don't think so. And then obviously majority black victims. Right. Because it's like some kind of like, not race play, I wouldn't go that far, but like...
It's not like Murad Murad.
Like, child. But like, do you mean like some like power dynamic? But it was... I feel bad because I don't really agree with what's happened, but I did watch it. I did watch all of it, and I think it was very well directed. Apparently, though, what I don't agree with is apparently they romanticized quite a bit of it. So there's one victim who was a deaf guy.
Right.
Really cute. And they made it out like...
As in like a victim?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they made it out like Jeffrey really liked him, but apparently that isn't true.
And then, so like they're almost like... They're making you feel sorry for him in some sort of way.
Yeah. And then he came back to the flat because he forgot his keys, but he actually got away, and then he killed him then.
Yeah, it's also like sad for the families because like the victims of the families of the victims apparently have been like, oh, like we don't want this to come out. Like we've had 3 documentaries of this guy, and like we're having to relive it every single time.
Yeah, so it's re-traumatizing, and to not even get any compensation either.
It's America.
Yeah.
Although it's probably like the same everywhere.
Do you know what though? I do feel like, and I think Evan Peters did really well. I fucking love Evan Peters, but like, just give him a happy character.
Yeah, but that's what he plays. Like that's
no,
he's
but like,
sort of like he's the same character.
No,
every
but like
single time.
I want to see him smile. He even said in like an interview recently that this is like one of the most difficult characters he had to do because obviously most of them are fictional. This is a real fucked up person.
I did see that, but I think that like Evan and his team sort of know like the roles that he's going for. Like if he wanted a happy character, he could get one. He's a big enough name.
Maybe like Ryan Murphy just like thinks, nah, fuck you, Evan. It's back to like.
But did you used to watch American Horror Story?
Yeah, I love it.
How many did you watch?
Like all of them.
I watched like the first 3, 4, 5 maybe actually. I watched up to like Hotel, and then I watched the clown one. Is that after?
What's that called? Circus?
Yeah.
Freak Show.
Freak Show, yeah. That's all I've watched.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a new one coming out, which is apparently also about...
It's called New York, isn't it?
Apparently it's about like queer victims.
Oh, that's exciting. Do you find it right? Because Ryan Murphy's a white guy.
Yeah.
Do you think it's appropriate for him to be directing these stories? Because obviously he directed Pose. Have you seen Pose?
Yes.
Incredible.
I've not actually watched the last season.
Oh, okay. Fair.
But yeah.
It's very good. It's very, very good.
Is it?
I'd say so.
I think that like the show was really good. Like it was a really good cultural moment, but I wasn't gripped.
Really?
And like I wanted to be, but I just wasn't.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether it's like, I don't know what it is.
Do you think it's appropriate though for a white guy to be directing all
yeah.
this black trauma?
I don't know the guy, but probably not. Probably not. No. I just think that like you have to be aligned with it in some sort of way.
Yeah.
It's almost like someone telling a story about me, but it's like this white woman that lived in, I don't know, like America, Australia.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know anything about my life. Not that my life's that exciting. But
I was going to say, will they make a film out of it?
Maybe one day when I'm rich and famous.
Your husband might be watching this. Who knows?
Oh my God. Could you imagine? What if I've already met my husband? Because they do say that.
They say, I read this thing. Apparently, it's by the age of... I think it's even in your teenage years, I'm pretty sure they say.
I think it is.
Like 19, I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if I have met my husband.
No, same. Literally same.
Yeah.
But like, it could be someone who like, you know, but you don't know them very well.
Yeah.
So you know, even like someone who you haven't maybe met, but you know who they are. You know they're a person. Do you know what I mean?
And they probably know you as well.
Yeah.
Who do you want to like marry? Like, do you have like an ideal man?
Daniel Kaluuya.
Okay.
Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya.
Okay, yeah. Is he?
No, he's not. Okay. He will be when he meets me, but he currently isn't. No.
Okay.
Well, who's your?
I don't have one actually. I'd really have to think about it. I think it's interesting because people always ask the question, "Do you have any celebrities crushes?" And I'm like, no.
You said this to me before, actually.
I don't have any celebrity crushes.
Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya and Dave. Like
okay, Dave is gorgeous. Like Dave is gorgeous, but isn't he like really short?
I've never been that close to him to be able to figure it out.
And you're quite tall. You're how tall are you?
6 foot. I'm the smallest out of my friends.
You're taller than me, but like, yeah, Dave is gorgeous. Because when I watched Top Boy, I was like, don't send him to prison. But yeah,
I really like. Do you listen to Dave's music?
Not really. No.
He like really respects women. He's just you can just tell that he's like a general like really nice guy.
He had that song. What's it called? I don't know what it's called, but it was like about black women.
By women?
About black women.
Oh, black women?
Yeah.
Not sure.
I think
there's like a real issue of like quite a lot of like homophobia in like the rap scene.
Yeah.
I was watching this video with Central City. Have you heard his new song, Doja?
I've not listened to.
You've not heard it on TikTok though?
I've not been on TikTok.
Okay, true.
Like a month.
Yeah, true.
Well, kind of, but like not really.
And he even like did like an interview with Genius, and he was like, "Oh, yo, like, there's a lot of like homophobia in like the hood and in like the rap scene, but his girlfriend's bisexual." And he was like, "I don't care."
But I think there's a different thing towards like bisexual women and like gay men.
Or like bi men. Yeah,
or even bi men. Yeah, like there's a different way in which people approach them.
I guess so. I think like straight men probably like. Not is fetish the right word? Like fetish by women, because they're like, I saw this thing and I didn't know how true this was, and I spoke to quite a few of my bi female friends. Apparently, like it's a massive thing where like a lot of blokes like the idea of dating a bi woman because it means they can have a threesome.
Yeah,
which is just. Yeah,
I did hear that.
Which is just a bit.
It's kind of like, is that as exciting as things get for you? Not that it's exciting for me, but like, do you know what I mean? I feel like it's like,
it's not.
If you wanted to have a threesome, you shouldn't have to be bi. Like,
yeah,
is it? I don't know. I don't get it.
Would you have a threesome?
No, probably not.
Yeah, fair. Are you familiar with any of the stuff that's been going on with Kanye?
A little bit. I saw the White Lives Matter thing with that fashion show.
Thing is, right, I feel like it's really hard to critique someone when you love their work so much. But the more I deep it, I'm like, do you know what? I love Kanye's music, but I don't love Kanye.
Okay, but do you listen to Nicki Minaj?
I'm trying really hard not to.
Me too, because I don't like her. I do not like her at all.
Have you seen the shit that she's doing at the moment with the what's that girl called she's fighting with? Is it Lotto? Motto?
Big Big Lotto.
Yeah, that's
Lotto.
it, yeah.
Her name was like something else, but it was kind of problematic, so she shortened it. So yeah. Yeah, I think they're arguing at the moment, but I'm not following it properly.
Yeah, neither. I need my shout out to my boy Tarry. He's like the pop culture guy. He's actually been invited to go on to I'm so proud. He's actually been invited to go onto a BBC podcast to talk about the beef between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B because they found his TikToks online.
That's been going on for years as well because they were beefing the other week.
But who cares though? It's so boring. It's actually
the Barbs.
Right.
I don't care. The Barbs can come for me. I don't care.
Mate, the Barbs are fucking terrifying. They actually scare me.
Awful. They actually need to go to like therapy. That is their problem.
She could literally kill someone and they'd be like, oh, she's still the queen.
Disgusting.
It's too much, isn't it? But no, sorry. So Kanye. So he like, obviously there's all the White Lives Matter shit and there's all the
anti-Semitic.
Yeah. So
I didn't see that.
So I'm not going to say it because stutter. I mean, anyone can Google it and find it if they want to. I'm not going to say it in case it triggers anyone, anyone who has any faiths or beliefs. But his accounts have now been suspended.
I did see that. That's sort of like the what's that guy?
Oh fuck, what's his name? Andrew Tate.
Yeah. I did see that. Like, good.
I feel like it's really good for like, it's really important for the people to know just because you're a big platform, you can't get away with saying such awful things. Yeah. And the thing is, right, with Kanye West, with the White Lives Matter stuff, I feel like he's very good at playing the race card when he wants to.
Right. That's what billionaires do, black billionaires.
And like, do you know what? Like, to be honest, I'm more than happy more than not for people to use the race card because it is valid more than not. But you can't pick and choose.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So he'll be like, oh, like the system does this because I'm a black man. And then he'll be saying that like, oh, White Lives Matter. But apparently, I was watching something the other day. Apparently the argument is the reason why he said that was because he thinks that Black Lives Matter was a scam.
Yeah, I did see that as well. So I think his point of view is that Black Lives Matter, the organisation, has like been given all this money, but no one's seen where the money's gone to. But I just think that Kanye West as an individual, you've not been reading books. You need to read books to understand about like racial injustice. I don't think that he's as educated as he like positions himself to be, like to speak on situations like this.
Apparently he's running for president.
But also, let me just go back to this point. Isn't the brand that he works with like known for racism? Like the fashion one, what's it called? I don't know what it's called, but apparently they're known for that. So it's sort of like you have no like leg to stand on at all.
Is it appropriate and all right to remove the artist from the art?
I struggle to. It depends how you consume music. Like if you're listening to music casually, like your average Joe, then you probably won't ever separate. You probably will like separate it. But like for me, like I like to listen to an artist and think about like where
the thought process,
where this is all coming from,
the creativity.
Yeah. So like with Kanye West, I'm not interested at all. Like at all in listening to his music. Nicki Minaj, I'm not interested at all. And that's coming from someone that like, I loved Pink Print. I loved it so much, but like.
Yeah, Pink Print's sick. Yeah. It's underrated.
It's so good.
So wait, you don't listen to Nicki no more?
No.
Because of
Yeah. Because she yeah.
I feel, do you know what it is? I feel like, and I've spoken about this on here before, I feel like if you are actively listening to these artists, it's almost like their behaviour is acceptable. So I don't listen to Travis Scott. Right. Actually, let me show you now. So
is that because of I don't listen to Travis Scott anyway, but like, is that because of the
festival, Astroworld? Yeah. So I've actually got this thing on Spotify where you can like block the artist.
Yes, I have seen that. You can do that on
because I know that obviously my streams don't count for a lot, but at the same time, it's I don't feel comfortable contributing to someone's net worth and continuing to pump money into their craft when they're responsible for so many people and so many lives being taken. And
it's sort of like the R. Kelly situation as well. Like,
yeah, he's blocked as well.
Are people listening to R. Kelly these days? I don't think so. And if you,
I don't know. I spoke to someone the other day, right? Someone who I wouldn't say I'm friends with, but I know of, and I don't know how it came up a conversation, and it was about R. Kelly, and he was basically I still listen to it. I was like, do you not feel guilty? I was like, but it's good music.
Okay, it's kind of interesting because my favourite is Beyonce, obviously. Obsessed with her, like she cannot do wrong in my eyes. Well, she can do wrong in my eyes, but like she's just amazing to me.
Yeah.
If she did something crazy, it would be interesting to see whether I would stop listening to her music.
Yeah.
Especially Renaissance. Because I feel like Renaissance like makes me feel so good. So like imagine a scandal. But Beyonce doesn't speak anyway, so we don't have to worry.
No.
Like
she might have enough one day though and be like, oh fuck this, fuck you all.
As in like retire?
No, just like people in general.
Yeah, true. But I think you can't separate the two.
No, you can't. Right, so this is my favourite part, right? So I have this segment called Tweet of the Week. Basically, I'm not going to lie, usually the way it works is I find a tweet that's well suited to me and my guest, and then we compare and
So you thought about me?
Well, this is the thing. So someone cancelled on me last week, so it was actually for them, but I already got the responses and I thought it was quite interesting. Yeah. But the way it usually works is I find a tweet throughout the week which I think could be well suited to me and my guest, and then we then discuss it, compare and contrast, and then we go from there. And also, what I do is I do like a poll on Instagram and get people to like vote and give their opinions. Tweet of the week: money can't buy happiness.
Okay.
So, do you agree or disagree?
Happiness isn't a tangible thing. So yeah. Obviously you can't buy happiness, but like at the end of the day, if you have money, you have more access to things that can buy you happiness. If that makes sense. That doesn't make sense.
So do you agree or disagree?
I'm doing like the typical sociologist, like
no, there's Karl Marx is not in the room.
Okay, so
Stuart
like
Hall is
money
not
cannot buy you happiness, no, like tangibly, no, because it's not a tangible thing.
So you disagree? So you wait.
You
you know, like when you get
money can buy you happiness, yeah.
You know, like when the statement. So you agree? Wait, hang.
No.
You know, like when like it's. I find that when I do this, people get really confused
because you've asked a question that's backwards. Money can't buy you happiness, so I disagree with that.
Money. Okay.
Why don't you ask the question, can money buy you happiness?
Can money buy you happiness?
Money can buy you things to make you happy. For example, let's say you're like depressed, it can buy you therapy, which can help you with that. But like happiness...
That isn't the example I was going to think of.
But like happiness isn't a tangible thing. It's not something that you can go to a store and be like, I'll buy like 10 happiness pills.
Thing is, you say that, but all my happiness comes from spending things.
No,
I can't buy my rent. I can't pay for my rent. I'm sad.
Yeah, but at the start of this podcast, you said that the Grindr was giving you attention and happiness, and
but yeah, he's got me there.
So like, and that's a free app.
Not if you got extra.
Well,
I haven't got extra.
You haven't even got the app anymore. So. But yeah, like money can buy you things that can like make you happy, but like happiness isn't a tangible thing. You can't feel it. You can't touch it. It's a feeling.
So
I really thought about this.
Do you know, I usually send them the tweets before as well, but I completely forgot. It went over my head to send it to you the other day. So you're saying that it can't.
It can. Like, if you had no money, you'd be in a shit situation. You probably would not be happy. That's what I'm trying to say. But like, you can't feel or touch happiness.
Okay, so 59% of people said they believe that money can buy. It's because it's turned around. I'm getting confused. 59% of people said that money can buy happiness.
Yeah,
and 41%
with them.
But you said you couldn't.
I said, like,
I'm so confused.
It can buy you things that can make you happy. So, like, that is happiness, I guess. But, like,
but you said before that you could.
It's not.
Are you leaning towards? Are you leaning towards more it buying or not buying you happiness?
I'm saying that if you had no money, you'd be in a shit situation and you would not be happy.
So 59%. This is so difficult. 59% of people said that money can't buy you happiness. No, wait, what? Okay, we're going to cut this out. 59% of people said that money can buy you happiness. Mm-hmm. You do get happiness from money.
Yeah.
41% said you cannot.
Okay, I think I agree with the people that most people said.
This was worded really difficultly. I'll read some of the responses. Right, so can I read yours?
Yes.
Okay, so the cameraman, anonymous, SR. If I've got money, I can do whatever I want with whoever I want. Period. Yeah, fully. If I've got money, I can do whatever I want with whoever I want. Yeah, I feel exactly the same. Imagine just being there like, oh, I really wish that I could like go traveling or like buy a car or like.
But do you think that like after a while you'd just be like?
I'd like to find out.
I think that there's something. I think there's something within the humans that like we need some sort of goal. If you had infinite money, then it would be like, what am I waking up for? After a while,
to buy things. Right.
Yeah.
Do you know, I feel like this is just concluded. You're a better person than me.
But also, do you not think, okay, this is me being really deep, but like,
yeah.
If you could buy everything in the world, would you not like solve like world hunger or something like that?
Obviously, I'm not a monster.
But if you solved like all the problems in the world,
yeah,
then
the world will probably end.
Right. So, I hate this question.
I'll just look after myself and my children. That's fine.
And then, like, when your children have children, what are you going to do then?
Well, I probably won't be here, so it won't be my problem. Right, JR. Only problems I have in life right now are money related. So money would solve the issues.
Yeah, I understand that.
KR. Being on your podcast would bring me happiness.
Let me just also think, like, if you had all the money in the world...
I wouldn't want all the money in the world. That's too much money for one person.
I guess that's not the question, is it? It's like whether money can like buy you happiness.
Right.
So, yeah.
What were you going to say?
Like, if you had all the money in the world, it would probably be really difficult to find a genuine partner. And genuine friends.
So, like, where I'm from, I don't know if you remember this, I don't know if it's more like local news to where I am. There was, you're right.
Yeah, just found some LED lights under the table and see if they actually
work. Right. There was a taxi driver from my ends that won £100,000, 100,000 bags.
Right.
100 bags. Yeah, 100 bags. And he had
100,000 bags.
Yeah.
You said 100 bags.
100 bags means 1,000.
Oh yeah.
Come on, you live in London. Get with the lingo.
I've not got thousands though.
And he had to move eventually because people kept on sending him letters and death threats. Oh, like my family member's ill. I need money for this. I need money for that. Because he was a local. He was a cab driver, so everyone fucking knew it.
That's his own fault for making it public.
So apparently, my mum told me this. You actually get more money if you go public. So say he won 95.
What, like in like
the lottery. So say he won like 95 million. They could have been like, oh, we'll give you another 5 million if you go public.
Why would you need the 5 million on top of the 90? Like, do you know what I mean?
My mum always says to me, she's like, if we ever come into money, you have to sign something to keep quiet because I don't trust you.
Honestly, if I won the lottery, which I would never want to do anyway, I would not tell anybody. Not even like my parents.
Really?
No.
Why?
Because I don't think it's fair to put onto them like, I've got to tell. I'm telling you now that I've won the lottery. Now you can't tell people.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be hard for them.
But you wouldn't even like pay off their mortgage or anything.
I might pay it off, but I might not tell them how like I did it.
Yeah, you've got to give them some subtle treats.
Yeah, exactly. Like
pay for their food.
And to be honest, I think that like, like I don't think that money, like that amount of money, like lottery money, can make you happy. Like, you have you have nothing to drive for, like nothing to like aim for.
My holiday, my cruise. What do you think, Sam? If you won 100 bags, would you be happy?
Yeah.
What would you do with it?
Buy more cameras.
Yeah, ones that don't fucking shut off after half an hour.
Invest it though. I'd probably try and like I'd keep a bit of it to spend on like.
Do you understand? When you say invest though? Do you mean like shares or like property? I do. Property's never going to die because people can't afford mortgages.
Yeah,
but that's so unethical.
Yeah, to them maybe.
Oh no, because I hate landlords. But like,
no, I do agree. It is really bad. Have you seen all the shit with Alex George? You know the one from Love Island who's the doctor?
Yes.
So he bought like some places in like Wales for refugees.
Right.
In Pembrokeshire.
Okay.
But obviously a lot of people who don't have a lot of money got outbidded by him. So say the house is like 200,000, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously he was like, oh, I've got like another like 20.
Mm-hmm.
So I can pay for it instead over you. But these are against people who like want to get their first home, whereas he's got his third and fourth purely just for refugees, which low-key see the intention, but at the same time, there are people who are literally just trying to get onto the property ladder who can't afford more than 200,000. Right. You know?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like, I think that we sort of forget in this country that like landlords are not there to like be a business. They're meant to be like home providers.
Yeah.
And like they have responsibility, and like they oftentimes just forget that. Well, not forget, but they probably know, but they're meant to actually do good things for you, rather than just make money out of you.
What's yours like?
My landlord? I think my landlord's a drug dealer. Like, I actually think he is, because I've not met him, but I called him once because we had a problem. I can't remember what it was. I called him and then he didn't answer, and he texted me saying, "Yo G, what's up? Whose number is this?" And I was like, huh? Like, do you not have like a business phone?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah. So then that was that, and I was like, "Hi, I'm a tenant at your house. I have this problem."
Yeah.
So yeah, my landlord's a bit useless as well because our washing machine's broken this past week, and he's just not replying to our emails. So yeah.
Yeah, landlords do suck. Yeah, it is fucked though, because I do genuinely think, will I ever be able to buy a house? My mum bought her first house at 21.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be possible. Like, especially like with the way the economy is going right now.
I'll be in Jamaica soon, it's fine.
Do you think you'd ever move there?
No. No, they're like homophobic as fuck. I'd be dead, mate. SH, food on the table without worrying is happiness. You can't tell me otherwise.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But it's almost like every time that someone says happiness, they've given like a tangible thing to put aside with.
Define tangible.
Like, it's something that you can touch. It's like a feeling, like happiness. You can't like touch that. It's not like.
It depends on the night, to be fair.
But you know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not. You can't define a feeling. You can define a food. Like, food shop is a food shop. You have it like here in front of you.
No,
you
I
can
hear
see
you.
it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see happiness.
I'm gonna do one more.
Mm-hmm.
Right. SJ, money only gives temporary happiness. Money doesn't buy you true friends. Just admit you're broke.
No, but she has a good point. She has a good point. She does have a good point. And also, like, that's what I'm saying about the relationship thing. Like, you can't buy a good partner with money. At least
you can try.
You can try, yeah. Grindr extra.
I've never looked, to be honest.
To what?
Grindr extra.
Me neither. Have you seen the price?
No, that's what I'm saying. I haven't looked because I don't know what
it's like £150 a year. I don't know. Maybe I've just made that up, but I feel like it's extortion.
Cheaper than dates.
Yeah, but that's before you even get on the date. Like, what do you mean? Like, what the hell?
Right, we're gonna get kicked out. Right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been good
My
fun.
first podcast.
How'd you feel?
Like a new person.
Do you like that song?
What song's that?
New person.
Mm-mm.
Feel like a brand new person.
Who is it?
Tim Impala or Rihanna. She does a cover.
Yeah, so I know the Rihanna one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Rihanna.
Okay. So, how do we find you? What are the socials, please?
I'm serving Trey on everything. SERVINGTRE. I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna put.
But you never know. I might change it all.
I mean, I'll put a link in the bio description anyway. Cool. Right. Right. Safe as fuck, everyone. Right. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And
tell me I look fit.
Not with these Ingram hairs.
I was talking about me.
Okay, sorry. And you look lovely. You look absolutely 10 out of 10. You have a license, don't you?
Fuck off. I do, yes. But I don't have my car anymore.